Hello BookTube, this is Brecky from Brecky Writes, and this is Brecky Reads. This is my birthday book haul. Now, some of the books that I'm going to be hauling in this video are books that were given to me as gifts, and some of the books are books that I bought for myself with money that was given to me as a gift. And a couple of books were books that I bought because I really wanted them and I gifted them to myself. The first presents I received for my birthday came from my best friend in the UK. His name is Phil. He sent me a bookish box of presents and they included some really cool things. The first thing that I unwrapped from my box was a mug that says, "Go away, I'm writing," but the writing is crossed out for editing. Now, I've been working on a manuscript for a really long time, so he bought me this because I kept writing him emails of, "Haven't done anything fun lately because I've been editing." So he got me a "Go away, I'm editing" mug. He also sent me some earrings. I don't know how well you guys can read this, but they say Darcy and Elizabeth, and these are cutouts from the actual Pride and Prejudice book. Pride and Prejudice is my favorite Jane Austen novel, and one of my favorite novels of all time, so it was really cool to get those. The final thing in my bookish birthday box was a literary listography, my life and reading lists, and this is literally like lists of books. So graphic novels I've read and I've hoped to read, you can check them off. They also have lists, like this one says, books that spiritually changed me, and you can make a list. There are pictures in this, right? And like little excerpts from different books and things. This is just really exciting. I haven't started filling it out yet, but I'm sure now that I'm on BookTube, this will become invaluable as I make films, as I read more, as I write more reviews. So thanks to my buddy Phil, this has been such a great gift and I look forward to using all of my things. The next book that I got as an actual gift came from my friend Elaine, and it is 50 Shades of Chicken. This is ironic on a lot of levels. This is like a joke version of 50 Shades of Grey, except for ways that you can cook chicken. I've never read 50 Shades of Grey, so that's kind of odd. I'm also a vegetarian, so the actual recipes, and there are actual recipes in here, are a little bit lost on me, so that's kind of funny. So like, yeah, this is one of the pictures in 50 Shades of Chicken. Yeah, if you're looking for a funny book that also has some what look like good recipes, I don't know, I don't eat chicken, this might be a fun one to check out. I'll let you know. So the next set of books are all books that I bought from a massive book binge buying trip to Barnes & Noble, where I had some gift certificates and I had some coupons and I just decided to spend some of my birthday money because books. I picked up a physical copy of Accidental Saints by Nadia Bolz-Weber. I talked about listening to this audiobook in January and I just loved it, and there were things that I wanted to underline, so I picked up a physical copy. It's a hardback and I actually prefer paperbacks to hardbacks. I just feel like the feel of a paperback book in my hands, but I've been really wanting to have a physical copy so I can go back and reread a couple of sections and put some notes and add some tabs and have this for future reflection. While I was at Barnes & Noble, I also picked up the first 3 books in the Fallen Kingdom series. I've heard about the Fallen Kingdom series on BookTube, although I don't know all the details of the books. The first book, of course, is Fallen Kingdoms. The second book is Rebel Spring, and the third book is Gathering Darkness. All of these are by Morgan Rhodes. Now, I'm not really sure the whole plot line. I know it's a lot of political intrigue, and there's a sort of an ensemble cast of characters, and there's magic and kingdom building. I'm not really sure beyond that. I know that the 4th book, Frozen Tides, is already out, and I believe the 5th book is coming out this year, maybe in October or November. But I only picked up the first 3 for a couple of reasons. One, these were the only ones out in paperback, and like I said before, I really do prefer the feel of a nice, well-made paperback novel compared to a hardback. I always crack the spines in hardbacks, like inevitably, and I prefer softbacks for that reason. Like, it's a lot harder for me to ruin these. Also, just in case I don't love the series, I didn't want to commit to buying like 4 or 5 books. 3 felt like a safe number, so if I don't love it, then there's not as many to unhaul, but if I do love it, then I can pick up the 4th one right away and keep going. Also, while at Barnes & Noble, I picked up The Lunar Chronicles by Marissa Meyer. Now, I have not read any of these yet, but they are sci-fi retellings of fairy tales, and I almost can't believe that I won't love these. The first one is Cinder, the second one is Scarlet, and the third one is Cress. Now, just like with the Fallen Kingdom series, I got only the first 3 books. I'm waiting for Winter to come out in paperback because I do prefer paperbacks. These paperbacks are really beautiful. They have a nice suede finishing. They're a great size. And again, if I don't love the series, I can't imagine not loving this series because sci-fi and fairy tales are right up my alley. But just in case for some reason I'm not in love with this series, I've only bought the first 3. And if I do love this series, then I can go out and pick up Winter the moment it comes out in paperback because I do want to have a matching set. So I did get the first 3 books in the Lunar Chronicles with birthday money. So those are my Barnes & Noble books that I got for birthday presents to myself, but I just really love books, and I happen to be up in Oakland where there are some indie bookshops, and I am addicted to independent bookstores. I feel like I must go into every independent bookstore I pass, and I must buy something because I believe in independent bookstores, and I still had a little bit of free spending money that I was given as gifts for my birthday, so I got a couple more books. There was a great used bookstore that had like vintage clothing and records and CDs and DVDs. They also had a huge stack of used books, and most of them were in pretty good shape. So I picked up The Grand Tour. This is by Patricia, Wrede, and Caroline Stevermer. I actually have the first book in this series. It's called Sorcery and Cecilia. I was told that if I liked Harry Potter and if I liked The Discovery of Witches, this is like a middle grade version of those. Like, it's a middle grade story that is pretty fun. Now, I have the first one. I haven't read it. This is the second one. There is a third one in the trilogy. I mean, this was $2.75, so I feel like for $2.75, I can totally have fun with reading these books. The other book that I picked up at the vintage bookstore was The Demon King by Cinda Chima. I only know a little bit about the Seven Realms series, that there's a warlord and there's magic, and it's really inspired by Asian mythology. It's a pretty good copy. It's got some good flop. And aside from that really terrible sticker, it's in pretty good shape. And this one was only $3.65 at a used bookstore, so I figure if I really love this, I can pick up the rest of them. If I only like it okay, I can check it out from the library, and if I don't like it at all, I can unhaul it, and there's no harm, no foul. At an independent bookstore that was only a couple of blocks from that vintage bookstore, I picked up The Accident Season by Moira Fowley-Doyle. This I am reading for my underhyped reads readathon. I heard about this somewhere. Someone on BookTube mentioned this like last fall, and I haven't heard about it since, but I've been wanting to read it, and I haven't seen it, and I haven't seen it, and I haven't seen it, and then I found it, and I was like, I'm gonna buy you because I have birthday money. This is another present to myself. It is a hardbound book because it's not out in paperback as far as I know, but I'm really excited about this. It follows 17-year-old Kara and her family that every October they are super, super accident prone, like to the point of having to like accident proof their houses and hide their knives and things like that. And at some point, she decides that she's going to start asking big questions about why this is, and she wants to get to the bottom of the mystery of why her family has this accident season. I haven't started it yet, but I really can't wait to. And my final birthday purchase is Lumberjanes Volume 1. This is my first sort of comic bind-up that I've ever purchased, and I am really excited to read it. I only bought the first volume. I was going to get all 3 volumes that are out, but I figured, again, if I didn't love it, I didn't want to commit to buying all the volumes, so I would try one, and if I really liked it, I'd buy them. If I kind of liked it, I'd take it out from the library, and if I didn't like it, then I could unhaul it. But this artwork is so fun. This just feels like the kind of thing I would love. It's supposed to be feminist and focusing on friendships and girl power and summer camp adventures, and that just feels like, how could I not love it? So I'm excited to read this. I hope I love it. Lumberjanes! Those are the gifts that I received from friends and family, and the books that I bought myself with my birthday money for this year. I'd love to know if you've read any of these books and what your thoughts are. I don't know when I'll get to all of these, but now I have a ginormous TBR pile, and you know, that's not a bad thing. Now I need to go make some coffee to put in my go away, I'm editing mug, and get to work because my birthday is over and I'll have to be a real adult, because I guess when you turn 30 that means you have to be like an actual real adult or something. I don't know. I'm gonna go drink coffee and read books. Hope you guys have a great week. Bye!